Hi! Today is Friday, April 24th. Yesterday I had an art show, or the college that I used to go to had an art show, and I had two pieces in that show, and one of them was selected for an award for Best in Show, which was really fun. I also won that award last year. It was a really good feeling and I had a really good evening. Today I'm trying to come down from everything. I am gonna start a new painting which I'm so excited about. I finished my most recent painting a little bit over a week ago. I finished it last Wednesday and today is Friday the week after. So it's been pretty much a week. And that was a painting, the same painting that I won the award for. I just had such a good time making that. That is probably some of the most fun I've had making a painting, and everything just went so well. And I just I feel like I was reminded of why I love making art so much with that piece. I'm just so excited to start a new painting. Anyway, as I said, I'm about to start a new painting. I took some reference photos last week and I wasn't sure what to do for my next painting, but I really wanted to get started on it. But then I think I just needed to take a little bit of time to really settle in my idea and what I want to create next, because once I get started, it's gonna take a few months for me to finish. So I need to make sure that it's a really solid idea that I'm excited about. All right, so it's a 20 by 24 inch canvas, which is about 4 inches bigger on each side than my usual size. So 4 inches is maybe not that much, but it looks a lot bigger. And I feel like the reference photo that I've picked is just perfect for the size. There's a lot of details, a lot of things going on. But yeah, I'm just very, very excited about it and I can't wait to get started. Obviously I haven't even made the sketch for it, so that's probably gonna take a few days and then I'm gonna do the underpainting. But once I'm done with that, it's time to paint and I'm very excited about that. Also, my favorite artist ever, Noah Kahan, released an album today and I have not listened to it yet. And I can't even begin to describe how excited I am about that. You can't open them up. Hi! Today is Saturday, May 2nd. I am almost finished with the sketch of this painting. I still have a few details that I need to adjust, but I am almost done with this sketch, and then once everything is completed, I am gonna start the underpainting. There's like a few different things that require a lot of focus because there's a lot of detail. Like there's this popcorn bag right here where there's lots of text on it, so that always requires a little bit more patience and focus. And then I have a bag of mini eggs down here that is still not completed, but my goal for today is to finish the sketch and to start the underpainting. I don't know if I'll finish the underpainting today. So far the progress has been pretty slow, I would say. In the beginning, when I'm just sketching my piece out, I usually like to take my time, because if there's any mistake in the sketch, there's gonna be a mistake in the painting. There still could be a mistake in the painting even if the sketch is good, but at least if I have a good sketch, I know that I'm going into the painting with a good base. And so I just really want to take my time with it and make sure that everything looks good. But I should be able to finish today, maybe. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. That's my little update. I feel like I look like the Swedish flag today. I'm representing. Alright, time for another sketching session. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to do this right now, but I do have coffee and I don't have to if I don't want to, you know, so we'll see what happens, I guess. It's May 10th. I have yet to literally do anything on this except for the sketch. So sorry that there's not a lot of painting so far. Hopefully I am painting right now as you're watching this. But this past week I didn't work on this at all. I just had like more plans than I realized, and I was busy with other things. I was also working on a different project, so I didn't do anything on this, and I've been so eager to start this painting, but I just like haven't really had the time or the opportunity to do that. So today I'm finally gonna start or finish the sketch and then maybe do the underpainting. But anyway, I just wanted to update you all because I want this to be a very realistic video of me making a painting, because even if like I put in a certain amount of hours into the painting, that doesn't mean that that's like, what am I trying to say? Like when I started, I take a lot of breaks in between when I'm doing the painting. Like let's say this, it's probably gonna take me a lot of hours, but let's say it took me only 20 hours. You'd be like, okay, well, you could probably do that in a week. But the thing is that I don't paint every day. I wish I did, and I probably should start doing that, but I don't. And I also recently, my painting stamina hasn't been great, but also hasn't been awful. But I have been enjoying doing shorter sessions instead of like really long ones. Back in, I don't know, a few years ago, I would spend like a whole day painting. Like I would paint for like 8 hours straight, and I honestly don't know how I did that. Like I had the time then, and I have the time now, but I just don't have the stamina for that for some reason. I think maybe because I prioritize a lot of other things now as well, and I also just like am starting to understand the value in taking care of myself and not rushing anything and just like really taking my time. But obviously there is a difference between taking your time and procrastinating. So I wouldn't say I've been procrastinating, I just like haven't really been able to work on it because I've like been doing things, but I don't know, I feel like I could have definitely spent a few hours here and there in the past week. Anyway, I'm gonna go over the sketch once more, and then I'm probably gonna start with the underpainting, and then hopefully, you know, get into painting some of these sections pretty soon. So I'm very excited about it. And I've got my sugar-free Red Bull. This is the summer edition. It's Sudachi Lime. I don't know what that is. Sudachi? Yeah, I don't know what that is, but it is pretty good. Cheers. Okay, let's go. Hi guys, it's June 8th and I'm here to close out this video, but I just wanted to talk about the progress so far on this painting. It has been a while since I started this painting and this video. I've actually kept track of how long this painting is taking me for once. I usually don't keep track, so I have no idea how long paintings take me to make. But so far, this is 20 hours of work, which is hard to imagine because you would think that 20 hours would get you a lot further than this. So that's a little bit depressing, but it's okay. I feel like that just goes to show that I really put a lot of time into every section of the painting. We do have a lot of big chunks done. I mean, I don't think either one of these sections are 100% completed. I am still right now working on this, but for the sake of this video coming out at any point, I'm gonna wrap it up here. But I'm very, very satisfied with my progress so far, even though I would have hoped to have gotten further at this point. 20 hours of work. That's not like 100% certain, because while I have been keeping track of how long it's been taking me, I did not time my sketch. I kind of made like an estimated guess. So I just estimated that it took me about 5 hours. If I'm honest, I think it took me longer than that, but I'm just gonna say it took me 5 hours to do the sketch and just hope that that's close enough. The underpainting took me an hour and a half, and then the rest is just like me working on this section and this section. But since these are like almost like half of the painting, I feel good about that, because that means that like once I do start doing everything else, I feel like it's gonna come together very fast. I feel like the beginning is usually when it's like I'm just like, is this ever going to end? And then I kind of get into like more of the smaller details and stuff like that, and that usually makes me feel better. Like once I've done the whole couch, I'm gonna feel really good. But basically, just to talk very quick, I do want to wrap this video up about my process. So I like to work background to foreground. I guess not in this case, because this is technically in the foreground, but you know, I did the whole background here first, because once I add the stuff that goes on top, I want that to actually look like that is in the foreground and not in the background. So I feel like this is the most obvious thing anyone could say. But then with the table, I figured, I'm not 100% sure what my thought process was. I guess it's just that I had to paint the table before I paint the objects on the table, and the fact that I painted the table before the couch, which is technically in the background from the table, doesn't really matter because it's just a straight line. So when it's just a straight line like that, I don't think it matters that much which one you do first. And then what was I saying? There was a point I was getting to. What was my point? All that to say is that we are getting somewhere finally, and I'm gonna break this whole process into multiple videos, at least 2 videos, because I do want to upload more, but I am a very slow painter and I don't want to rush things just for the sake of a video. The painting comes first, and then, you know, the video is just like something fun that I like to do on the side. Hopefully in the next one there will be less of me and more of this. But with that, I do want to say that the in-between moments and, you know, like me living my life is literally such a huge part of making art, because taking the time to recharge and regain inspiration is so important. And I don't like rushing on my paintings. I've done that so much in the past, and I want to have a good time with my painting. I'm gonna go start the next video. Hopefully I'll catch you in that one as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you hopefully in my next video.